we return, as one so often must, to the world of FF7. Oops, did I just throw off everything? I don't think so. Alright, let's go. We now have Buggy, it moves beautifully, and we can wander, we can go places. We could actually go back to the original continent as it explained. There are reasons you might do that, but I think for the moment, we're gonna try to grab some enemy skills. Because there's a couple enemy skills that just became available to us. I don't think this is great game design. The manipulate materia lets you take control of enemy units. And when we do that, which we're going to try, you can then control the moves they use, right? And if you use some moves that otherwise would be hidden, yeah, we've just manipulated them, we can now learn those moves. Specifically, Cloud will learn it because he has enemy skill attached. And so we're going to get it to use Aqualung on us, and then we're going to kill it. And that learns a really notably overpowered move. Maybe we should run away now. Jesus Christ, that did a lot. Let's launch some limit breaks and then run away if need be. But that'll stop it, so maybe we can get another hit before it unstops. Maybe we'll kill it. There we go. Okay. That did a lot more damage, but you can see how incredibly powerful Aqualung is. Aqualung is a move that inherently comes with all and does a lot more damage than kind of the Fire 1, Ice 1 level moves we have. We better heal. So this is a huge upgrade on what we can currently do. We should probably just use a 10, right? Seems like a good time to use a 10. Only have 3. Okay, let's keep trying to be miserly with materia. But now we just have access to this very powerful move. If we go back to the other continent, we could get a really good heal move. I think we won't be doing that. Instead, we'll be checking out the beaches. So as I said, I think this is not ideal game design, right? They give you the move manipulate. There should be some reward for using it, right? Controlling an enemy, sure, is nice. You could get them to attack themselves. But having kind of, alright, this is not an enemy with something useful, but having things you can only get locked behind manipulating enemies, I don't know. It's not really for me. That said, these are really good enemy skills, and I do really like picking them up. Per usual, I'm just holding the attack button, and I figure everything will work out. But the other two moves that are worth getting is if you go back to the previous area, Zemzelets can use White Wind, which is an automatic all-hit allies move that is quite efficient for the MP cost. So it's quite nice to get. And what I'm trying to get here on the beach is Big Guard. And Big Guard is kind of, like, by a big margin, the best utility spell in the game, in my opinion. I mean, I think it's just pretty clear. I'm pretty sure it gives haste, shell, and protect. So reduce damage essentially from all sources. Perfect. I'm going to attack this one, but I'm going to manipulate one. And hopefully we get it. Sweet. The blue means it's been manipulated. We will probably never use manipulate again after this, but we want to learn Big Guard, and we can see its effects here. Right. You can see learned enemy skill Big Guard. You can see the bar is filling up quite quickly. Yeah, quite quickly. It's just a really nice boost and gonna make a lot of battles, I think, are much more easily held under control. Not that this is the hardest game ever, but it's a nice move to have. Alright. The house over there is connected to a side quest. We will ignore it and head to Kangaga, which is the last place we've heard Sephiroth was at. We're very much at the where's Sephiroth at portion of the game. Gotta disembark from our car to go here. Now, actually, let's do one other thing while we're here. Let's put Eris in the party. There's certain things where you get different dialogue depending on who's in your party. I quite like this touch. Having the most story-oriented characters in your party will get you more story, and I think that's a nice touch. Someone there? Oh, oops, I didn't want to do this. I wasn't thinking. It's the Turks. Ah, but they didn't hear us. Hey, rude. Who do you like? What are you getting so embarrassed about? Come on, who do you like? Tifa. That's a tough one. But poor Elena. She, you. No, she likes Seng. I never knew that. But Seng likes that ancient. Who does Reno like? What are they talking about? Cloud's smart. He's very sharp. Really gets to the heart of things quickly. It's so stupid. They always talk about who they like or don't like, but Sang is different. Ah, oh no! They're here. They're really here. Then it's time. Rude. Don't go easy on them, even though they're girls. Don't worry, I'll do my job. Then we're counting on you. I'll report to Tseng. So I wish I hadn't put Eris in the party here, because she's not part of my usual party. It's been a while. Payback for what you did in Sector 7. Sector 7? That's sad. As far as you go. Alright, didn't mean to immediately swap out characters right before a boss fight. So Eris has no moves whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that, actually, let's show off our new moves. I'm pretty sure that, and we have a way to heal easily. I'm pretty sure that Rude will not attack Tifa. So you can see we have the barrier show up. That's how long Shell and Protect last from using this. You can see the enemies we're hitting for a whole lot of damage. And that will be greatly reduced here. It's possible I should also be stealing. So I think I'll steal with Tifa her next turn. Just try to steal before she goes down. Or before they go down. Forget if they have different things attached. But Big Guard, really powerful move. And we could try out Aqualung, but I'd really like to steal first. So I think I'm gonna, I forget if they have anything. They probably don't. But nice to check. You can see he's been stopped. Nothing to steal. Okay. And we'll check Rude as well. And when that comes back negative, Aqualung time. I like that song. Jethro Tull. Won't try to sing it. Yeah. 700 some damage. Like, if you compare to a limit break, our limit breaks are doing like 400. So 700 is just enormous damage output. Sadly, we don't quite have the MP for another. Man, stop lasts a long time. But also, our bars are filling up pretty fast, right? Because we used Big Guard. I'm gonna throw out a heal. Wish I could have gotten Eris to a limit break before, but you know, what you gonna do? On the other hand, if they just spend turns healing each other and being stopped, he's unstopped. We're never gonna have to do anything. Alright, that's another stop we'll get to cast. I think they have a mutual health bar, actually, in this fight. Yeah, so in general, once we do enough damage, it's over. We may be retreating, but we're still victorious. Oh, no, it isn't. Okay. Alright, well, now we're down to 1. Does stop work on Rude? Stop does work on Rude. And the speed boosts we get just last. So Big Guard is just a great way to start a fight. Keeps it under control early, and helps throughout. If you have the MP. Big Guard is great. So we'll be buying more tents to make sure we always have MP, because now we have access. Ooh, we leveled up all. You can now use it twice a battle. Because we're going to have more use for MP now. Hey, something seems wrong. Like they knew we were coming. They followed us, but there weren't any signs of it. Then that means that there's a Shinra spy. I don't even want to think that there's a spy. I trust everyone. Alright, well, if we think there's a Shinra spy, we could make some guesses as to who it would be. Wow, that can equip a lot of materia. Anyways, we're gonna keep Eris in the party for the moment, but I'm not really intending to use her, so we're not gonna put equipment on. I just want her here for scene purposes. Forgot about that boss fight. But would be nice to pick up a ruined reactor. What's that sound? That's a helicopter. It's Scarlet, head of Shinra weapon development. Time to hide. This isn't any good either. You only get junky materia from junky reactors. Huh. Suggesting maybe better reactors. This reactor is a failure. Have better materia. What I'm looking for is big, large, huge materia. You seen any? No, I haven't seen it. I'll get on it right away. So this ends up being a plot point significantly later in the game, but I like that they kind of touch on it so early. Please, we could make the ultimate weapon if only we had some. I just can't wait. With Hojo gone, the weapon development's been getting a bigger budget. I envy them. Sang does not seem very enthused in this conversation. But even if we could make the perfect weapon, I missed the rest of the dialogue, my bad. Sang ... Oh, sorry, I forgot Heidegger was your boss. Ha ha ha. Let's go. I think Sang is not a fan of Scarlet. Not his favorite person. Big, large, huge materia, an ultimate weapon, the perfect weapon. Just what are the Shinra up to? At least we didn't get another boss fight with Eris, though. No, again, she's a good character. Her ability to heal through limit breaks is, something no other character has access to. There's something shiny back there. Oh, we're reaching for it. Got new summon. I don't think we've tried out the last summon we received. So we could what you got? Piggy Man. We don't need manipulate anymore. So let's put Titan on Piggy Man, and next time he is MP, we'll look at Ramu and Titan. FF8 was the first FF I played, so I think of Quetzalcoatl as the go-to electric summon, and obviously that was like a one-off, and Ramu is much more common. Man, this game has so many unique enemies rather than like palette-swapped enemies. And they often have kind of weird, unique traits. It is very nicely done. I'm going to save her limit for a moment, just so I'm going to use it after the next character is hit to heal slightly more. It was Eris again. That's a shame. I was thinking I might use a whole party hitting attack, and it would be nice to spread out the healing. But didn't work out my way. Yeah, I was thinking against that, it would be nice if the healing hit everyone. I'm gonna try to run away from more fights than I have been, but generally try to fight if I see an enemy I haven't seen before. Fight it, see what happens. This one's a little bit of a damage sponge, but also, wow, got 2 turns very quick there. Still can't believe Cloud must have. I just call him Slash. Cloud must have does he really not have his next limit yet? I gotta recheck that. I feel like he must have killed enough enemies by now. No. I'm really not killing many enemies. Maybe I have been running away. Maybe. Alright, now time to actually get to the village of Gongaga, which will be kind of interesting on a plot level. I have some hot takes in this vicinity that I think no one will like, that we'll probably get to sometime in the near future, that are connected to Gongaga. Okay, if I recall right, these are worth stealing from. I'm gonna cross-slash the second one to stop it. Yeah, Spiderweb. This casts slow on enemies, and it is one of the most efficient ways to get slow on an enemy. And slow actually works on like the super bosses of the game. So it's worth having a couple of these in the inventory. Why would you cast stop on my character that's already stopped? I should maybe heal with Cloud. But let's finish one of them off first, because the more enemies you leave alive before you heal, the more damage you'll take after. They really don't want Tifa to ever have a turn. Alright, well, we stole one, that's okay. Don't need more than one. There is an item duplication glitch if we want more. That items you can use in battle you can make infinite of later. And I do take advantage of this kind of thing. I am not fussy about playing the game properly. As has been very clear, like I think you should play the game in a way that is comfortable and fun for you. Play games on easy, sure, why not? Play them on hard, also great. Do what you want. I see a graveyard. 3 years ago, when the reactor exploded, my husband, we have found another town destroyed by Shinra. And we can see the reactor. So if we haven't been to the reactor, this tells us that's something to check out. And I like how often the game makes sure you're at least aware that something might be somewhere. Without like spending 10 minutes going, go there now. A ruined reactor. Let's go this house first. You a traveler. Hey, wait, that glare in your eye. You and Soldier. Oh, you're right. Don't you know anything about our son? His name is Zack. It's been close to 10 years since he left for the city, saying that he didn't want to live in the country. He left saying he's going to join Soldier. You ever hear of a Zack and Soldier? I don't know. Zack. Young lady, you know him. I remember he wrote us 6 or 7 years ago saying that he had a girlfriend. Could that have been you? What would the odds be on that? On the other hand, yes, it is. But the odds are very slim. That can't. Zack? What happened to you two? Can't believe he hasn't contacted us in 10 years. After all, we're his parents. That's a worrisome sign. Have you ever met someone in Soldier named Zack? Well, may as well check out the other houses before we go talk to Eris and Tifa. Oh, you here to shop? Let's hear a story. One day there was a huge explosion. Many townspeople died in it. All right, not the best story I've ever heard, but probably a true one at least. Tents are a little expensive, but we're gonna buy a chunk of them because I'm not gonna be spending too much at other points. All right, let's check out this store. Completely ignore our party members. Did you want something? We voted to outlaw the use of Mako energy and live with nature ever since the explosion. All right, what accessories do you got? Protection from stuff. Ooh, but we do want a time magic, I think. Yeah. Mystify and Transform are all right. But I think time is the one we want here. They're all kind of expensive. Would be sort of nice to get one of everything. I think you can find this, yeah. But I'm not too fussed about it. You want something? Let's hear a story. It's been a while since the explosion, but you can still find pieces of it all over town. Alright, what do you got? Alright, you have worse equipment than I currently have equipped. Not a wealthy town, but most towns we pass through won't be. Through clearly no fault of their own, entirely through Shinra's. Guess we'll Zach. Oh, I was gonna try to keep doing the houses. Do you know him? No, I don't know him. Your face tells me differently. I told you, I don't. Uh, alright. That sounds just like you, leaving town and saying, I'm joining Soldier. There were a lot of guys like that back then. You must really be something, making it in Soldier out of a group like that. I really respect you. I'm torn, actually. I think Cloud would say. My first instinct was I worked hard for it for the credit, but he's much more like the shrug it off, nothing like the like, I don't care. And I think the I don't care type person says I just got lucky, not I worked hard for it. I think saying I worked hard for it is saying something that admits you cared about something in a way that he tends to avoid doing, though he's been getting better as the game's gone on. So I'm going to say I just got lucky for him. Don't be so humble. Cloud, thanks for caring. Not sure that's what he did. We did come talk to you, but I didn't actually mean to. Yeah, I can steal from this guy's house. We got a weapon for Kate Sith. This is Gongaga Village. Many people died here in a Mako reactor explosion. Yeah, I've heard. Okay, cool. Not a town that they came up with a lot of different things for the townspeople to say. But that's okay. They're telling you what's important about the world, right? Let's rob this guy as well. Next potion. Need something. Let's hear your story. It's been a while since the explosion. Yeah, I've heard that story. That story's been going around. 80 gil a night, that is much cheaper than a tent. And we could use. Oh, this probably won't affect Nanaki though. Red 13. Sorry, this won't affect Red 13. That's a shame because he's the one that needed MP the most. Maybe we'll come back here with him, perhaps. All right, let's see what Eris is up to now that we've explored the town. Eris, what a shock! I didn't know Zach was from this town. You know him? Didn't I tell you? He was my first love. Zach, soldier first class, same as Cloud. And we did hear her talk about him, though she didn't say a name. On the slide, we talked about him. Strange. There aren't that many who make first class, but I've never heard of him. And he'd be about the same age, too. That's all right. It's all in the past now. I was just worried because I heard he's been missing. Missing? I think it was 5 years ago. He went out on a job and never came back. He loved women, a real ladies' man. He probably found someone else. Hey, what's wrong? Yeah, I mean, poor guy. I don't really mind that I haven't heard from him, but I feel for his parents. Let's go, Cloud. I feel if this is the case, maybe you should say something to the parents. But I think the game doesn't give you that option. Because Tifa sure seemed to know something about Zack, and Eris definitely knew Zack. And I feel like you have parents missing him for 10 years. You gotta say something, right? Deathblow materia. Interesting materia. Basically, it's a low accuracy move. Like you said it's one of the commands. It's a command option like enemy skill or sense or manipulate. And if it hits, it does double damage. Now, we don't have a character yet, but there's a character who will join later that has 255 accuracy rather than the normal kind of around 100 on his weapons. And that character, I think, is the best user of the Deathblow materia because he's still pretty accurate even with it. And because he's accurate with it, it just gives him a really nice, like, double damage boost on normal attacks, or close to double damage. He'll still miss sometimes. Other characters, I'd rather just have the consistent damage, I think. Not sure if that's correct, but it is my preference. Oh, I forgot to switch off Eris. And Nanaki is the moves I was going to try out. Let's see if there's anything to steal here. Enemies do start doing real chunks of damage in this game. Like, we're already seeing normal enemies do over a third of Cloud's life. And Cloud is my highest HP character. So this game is often described as, like, pretty easy, but you look at the damage output enemies have, and I think at least on that front, compares to a bunch of other RPGs. You know, at the very start, they're doing like 10 and you have 200 life. But that changes pretty quick. So up here, the buggy will break down. And I know there's like for speed runs, there's actually a way to skip the buggy breaking down. If you like get out at the right moment and save, you can actually skip this whole section of the game. Uh, there's ways to do it. I just wanted to get in a fight so we could use our new summons. So I'm curious. And maybe these enemies are weak to electricity. Often water types are in games. Alright, that's Ramu. Old man with electric powers. I like when summons aren't humanoid. Not a summon I'm a fan of. Yeah, I'm out on Ramu. Have Quetzalcoatl as your electric summon. Ixion, you know, the other games I think do more fun things. Ooh, we got a potion. Well, now that we have a potion, I gotta use that potion. And let's use our other summon just to see it. Huge waste of materia, but Anger of the Land. And I think this is another one I don't love because, yeah, I mean he's hulkish, but he's too humanoid. Like, you know, Ifrit in FF8 very much has a like, or in a bunch of FFs has like FF10 I guess has like pick up the earth and throw it at the enemy, but Ifrit's not as humanoid. Have things that look like cool monsters, not things that are humans. That's my hot take on summons. Except for Shiva, I like Shiva. I don't really have a good defense of that opinion. So maybe I'm just wrong. Alright, Buggy breaks down. Oh, bad news. Oh man, a breakdown now. Did that thing where it moved forward, is that supposed to happen? I thought it normally just broke down right in front of the place. That was a little weird, maybe? No? Let me know if that's normal. I don't remember that happening when it breaks down. That sort of jerks forward that far. Alright, let's make sure we get the bonus damage from attacking things from behind. Rage Bomber. Oh, these things do damage, yeah. Another thing that really does real damage. Hey, I can do the limit break right when I try. Probably should be trying to get you kills. 718? It's not bad. Lunatic High is a move that gives haste. Yeah, so it automatically counterattacks physical attacks with very powerful move. Again, enemies in this game do legitimate damage. Right, I think we'll enter the next town. It also puts us into Rage, which makes us take more damage. Now, I don't particularly want Tifa in Rage, so I'm in Fury, so I'm going to get rid of that for the Tranquilizer. Because I don't... Her limit is not going to be Y. Again, I keep teasing she's going to be this super powerful character. Her limit is not why she's going to be super powerful. In general, the characters in this game are very similar. You know, games like FF9, FF5, they're very class-based. FF5, I guess you can switch. So like FF9 is the classic example of the era, or FF4, where each character does different things, and those are the things they do. And if that thing is better than something another class does, it's just going to be better. I am home. It is I, Nanaki. Hey, Nanaki, you're safe. This game, every character has like pretty similar stats, and you can set them up however you want. So they're all pretty similar except for limit breaks. Differences between characters, aside limit breaks, slight stats, like some have a little higher magic, little higher defense, whatever. It's really small, and it's not really going to change how most people play the game. Like, you can maximize by saying, okay, Tifa has a bad magic stat, so she won't be doing magic stuff. Cloud has good stats at everything, he'll be doing everything. But the differences are going to be quite small in damage. Come on and say hello to Bugenhagen. Great name. I'm sure some people pronounce it Bugenhagen or something like that. We're going to go with Bugenhagen because I think that's the most fun to say. Nanaki? I thought his name was Piggyman. Oops, didn't mean to open the menu. Welcome to Cosmo Canyon. Are you familiar with this land? No? Let me explain. People from all over the world gather here to seek the study of planet life. Nga! It's full capacity at present. Normal thing to say. So I'm afraid I can't let you enter. They helped me some when I was on the road. Please let them in. Oh, is that so? You helped our Nanaki. Please come in. Who is Nanaki? Nanaki is Nanaki. That's his name. Alright, we learned something. And we'll bring a new party member. Let's give Sir Smokes a time to shine. Maybe we'll give him some new equipment because we picked up one for him. Got double growth, sure. Got the most life in the party. High magic stat. Again, if we were doing slight optimizations, there might be ways to use him slightly better, but the differences are so small. The real differences between characters is who has access to good limit breaks. That's so. You brought Nanaki back here. Yeah, thanks. Alright. Just doing a little exploring. Nothing to find here. So the differences are largely limit breaks. Cloud has better stats than most of the other characters, but it's not big. We do not need... Actually, nah, we won't stay the night. We haven't been finding these Turtle Paradise posters. There's some bonus if you find them all. I've never bothered. Yeah. So the big difference is limit breaks. And in general, because Tifa gets one extra hit for each limit break, she kind of has a slow limit break that can do a bit, but not really that much. Cloud's already at stop, and his level 2 ones improve it pretty substantially. Most characters have better limit breaks. I think if you judge by limit breaks, Tifa is one of, if not the worst character in the game. I would say Kate Sith is probably the worst, but Kate Sith can one-shot anything if you're obnoxious about it, so, you could argue Kate Sith is the best. Here is where this is my hometown. My tribe were protectors of those who appreciate this beautiful canyon and the planet. My brave mother fought and died here, but my cowardly father left her. I am the last of my race. Cowardly father? Yes, my father was a wastrel. Good word. And so the mission I inherited from my ancestors is to protect this place. My journey ends here. Hey, Nanaki, you're home. Coming, Grandpa. That's perfect. Why don't we take a break too? We can meet back here in a while, okay? Alright. Hey, a save point. Let's check the weapon shop first. But welcome. People of this canyon hate to compete, so almost everything here are replicas. But that's alright. Some of them you can really use. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We could afford 3 of these. Hint that Nanaki might not be leaving our party forever. I think I'll stay with what I've got for now. No, you should probably upgrade. We do have a silver armlet I should put on someone. May as well give it to Cloud. Okay, we'll upgrade. One for Cloud, one for Tifa. And I think we'll save and stop here. Before we learn about the secrets of the world. From Bugenhagen, everyone's favorite character. Alright, I guess that's all I got today. Cheers.